Okay, in this video, let's take a look at a serious issue that is missed by many beginners and experienced users alike. I'm going to start a new sketch, and I'll do it on the front plane, but the plane doesn't matter. And I'm then going to create an ellipse, and I'll click on the origin. I'll come over horizontal, and I'll notice on that axis line it's showing a horizontal constraint. And I'll come up and I'll put a vertical distance, and then I'm going to dimension this ellipse, and I'm going to click here on this curve, and I'm going to put the major axis, and I'll do that first. So let's do that, say as 172, and then I'm going to select this arc again, or curve, and then I'm going to come over here. Instead of up here, I'll come over here, and I'm going to dimension the minor axis as 26. Okay, then I'm going to come up here to the offset tool, and I'm going to click on this quadrant about right here, halfway in between here and here, somewhere in this area, and I'm going to set the offset distance as 20. Actually, let's back up for a minute. Notice that right now my sketch is fully defined. It turned black, and it doesn't tell me down here in the right hand corner that it needs any dimensions. So we have a fully defined ellipse. Alright, so let's go and do that offset, and again I'll select it here, and I'll put in a distance of 20, and I'll say OK to that, and we see that this offset curve is fully defined. So that was a curve offset from about halfway in between here and here, or it could be here or here or here. It's a constant 20 millimeters distance all the way around here. But this is a spline. It's not a true mathematical ellipse. Go to Wikipedia and see how a true ellipse is constructed. But anyways, I'm going to do offset again, and I'm going to this time pick either close to the vertical or the horizontal axis. I'll do over here to the horizontal axis, and I'm going to do 20 millimeters. Notice that this curve is not fully defined. And notice that it's only 20 millimeters here to here, here to here, here to here, or here to here. The rest of the places around here, it isn't 20 millimeters. It isn't a constant distance, only at the major and minor axes. This is a true elliptical curve, but also notice that it is not fully defined. It can be dragged and moved. To fully define it, we would have to dimension it and put in some constraints. Let's undo all of that, or delete it, because we didn't want those anyway. Alright, let's double click on this 26, and we'll change that to 96. I'm going to drag this dimension up here. Alright, let's repeat that same exercise again. So I'm going to offset, I'm going to click about right here, and this time I'm going to do 5 millimeters, and I'm going to do it towards the inside. Okay? So again, that offset is uniform distance, 5 millimeters, and it's fully defined. I'll do offset again. This time I'm going to pick close to the axis. This time the outer circle is our original ellipse. And I'll flip towards the inside, and I'll do 5 millimeters again, negative 5 millimeters, going to the inside. Now, it looks like those two curves that we offset are identical, right over top of each other. But we saw from the previous exercise that they are not identical. And if we zoom in, remember they'll both be 5 millimeters here and here, but in this area somewhere in here, there is a difference between those two curves. But when we back off a little bit, that difference is so minor. Do you see how a beginner or even an experienced user that doesn't know about the offset at the axis or at the quadrant, how that affects the creation of the curve, how that can run into trouble?